Welcome back to Spotlight of SMB Connect. We have Ms. Drishti Chhabria, founder and CEO of Orangetheory Fitness India. Hi, Drishti.
Hi, Ambika. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, Drishti, we want to know what is Orangetheory all about, and what are the requirements for like franchisee ownership and the potential for the revenue.
Yeah, so Orange Theory is, of course, a fitness brand, but I like to say that we're not just a fitness company. We are a lifestyle company because fitness is something that needs to be as part of your lifestyle. So the way we program your workouts and everything essentially is because we want it to be a part of your life. And our specialty is that we offer you science-backed workouts. We provide heart rate-based interval training in India. And basically, what that means in layman terms is we guide you through all the different heart rate zones while you're working out. And usually, we focus more on strength and cardio. The goal is for you while you're working out, you want to take your heart rate through the different zones in every class. And when you do so, you achieve real results or science backed results. So, our workouts are curated in a specific manner to provide you like real results based on what your goals are. So the best part is that while you're working out, you wear a heart rate monitor throughout the class and you're able to see exactly what you're doing because of course you can quantify your progress and
Right.
see how you're getting better. So that's a little bit about how we are different as a fitness brand and what we do.
So, like as we were talking about, like you have a franchising model. So, what is it is all about?
Yeah, so Orange Theory is a brand. We have 1,500 locations around the world. I currently run Orange Theory all over India. And in India, most of our locations right now are owned by us. So company owned and company operated by Orange Theory India. And we do have opportunities to have franchising as well. But it really depends on case by case basis. We like to see if people are interested in ownership or operation. So of course we have three models. Currently, all our studios run under COCO, which is company owned and company operated, which is by us as the company. We also have franchise owned and company operated, meaning someone wants the ownership but wants our support operating it. Of course, we have FOFO, which is franchise owned and franchise operated, but that would be more so in like B2C cities. We currently prefer that we try to do more of a joint venture model in which we have a local operator on the ground in that city. But of course, since we are headquartered in Mumbai, we want to provide the support that way. That is more for when someone wants to, develop a city or a whole area, like, a whole state. That way, that way we're always side by side, and the risk is also equally with us because we like to put our foot where our mouth is. So it shouldn't just be a franchisee's risk. That's also why we go down the joint venture model where they want us to have equal risk with them because we believe in our product. So it just depends on case to case. Whatever someone is looking, these are the different models for them.
Okay. So, like, as we have seen after Corona, the fitness awareness among people have increased. Specifically, if I talk in India, the emerging trends are right now like people are thinking about their fitness, they are thinking about exercising. So, how do you think like things have changed in present time? And what do you think like what are the emerging trends in fitness in India?
Of course, what you said, Amika, is completely right. Fitness is now more important than it used to be. And that's also because post COVID, we understand and we give more importance to our health and wellness. So, definitely, I think that especially now, you see people with heart attacks at such a young age and, heart conditions and things that you think someone is fit, but they're actually not and they have a health condition. So, I think that the industry is constantly changing now post COVID, but in my opinion, we're still at a very nascent stage. So there's a lot of room for growth. In fact, I feel like sometimes we as a brand, we're ahead of our time. I think in terms of emerging trends, you said it yourself that people are more likely going back to fitness studios. So where you used to see online training was popular, now you're seeing that people actually want to be in person and they want that human touch, they want that community feeling. So that's a big trend that I see. Secondly, I would say, personalized solutions and wearable technologies and, apps where you can like quantify your data. That's a big trend because biohacking is gaining so much popularity, and, wearables like Apple Watches, Rings, and Whoop, Ultra Human, so many brands are getting so much popularity. We feel like that's a big trend because I think in India, we are the only company that actually provides you a wearable device while you're working out. And I
Okay.
think that a lot of people are following this trend and very interested to wear wearable devices. So that's a big trend we see.
So wanted to know like what is your TG in terms of like are you trying to like majorly targeting youngsters or like somebody old age, like is there a trend set or anything that you have in your mind in terms of like the people that you are targeting?
Not at all. I think our age group is so wide from like 18 to 65. We have people of all different ages working out with us because that's the beauty of heart rate based interval training. It's
Right,
personalized to your heart rate. So,
right,
even if I'm like 29 and someone next to me is 55, we both are working out based on our individual heart rate. So it's not about like both of us doing the same thing because both of us are working according to our heart rate, and then our zones are changing according to that as well. So the beauty of it is that it is for all fitness levels. Plus, in terms of exercise restriction, options, orthopedic issues, we always provide different options for every level of athlete because we believe that everyone has their own needs, and so we cater the options according to them. So I think for us, there is no age limit, there is no age group. In fact, some of our 55, 65-year-old men and women are fitter than our 25-year-old
that's
men and
perfect.
women, which
So
is
like
so surprising.
I have a personal incident. So my mother actually suffered with autoimmune encephalitis. So like she was being treated in Max, and we actually took the exercises like physio from Max Home Care, and regularly we are checking her heart rate, and we are checking what all vitals that are necessary. So like my next question arises from this. So do you have any connection, because like this thing will be a boon for somebody who has such diseases, who wants to like take some classes of yours? Do you have any connection with the hospitals as well? Like, is there some scope?
We currently don't, but we're definitely exploring that opportunity. In fact, people who feel like they need to work out under safe conditions where their heart rate is being monitored, definitely we would love to partner with such brands who, want to send people who need constant monitoring. But that's something we would love and we do look forward to do in the future. But in fact, automatically, just because word of mouth, some people, who have pacemakers and
Right.
need to make sure their heart rate doesn't go above a certain level and they need to be controlled, they do come to us because they know that they're in a safe environment and that their heart is being monitored at all times. So that is something
Right,
that we look
right.
forward to
So
doing.
my mother use a BiPAP machine currently. So again, like we have to give her like 5 hours of BiPAP machine, and there are some exercises that she needs regularly to do. So this is
Okay.
something. So I think like your service will be directly useful for those also who are actually currently facing these situation in their current life. And like fitness was nothing being talked about in our families. Like it's all
Yeah.
about food. It's all about like going to your office and anything. Nothing like you have to do regular exercises. Before Corona, that was nothing being said. But after Corona, we were talking about nutrition, we were talking about exercises, and now. So again, next question comes from this. We are talking about fitness. How do you think nutrition becomes a part of this thing? So, like, are there parts you are being like connected with any nutritionist as well, or somebody who's working out for that?
Yeah, so definitely nutrition plays a big role in fitness because they go hand in hand. Without nutrition,
Right,
what I like to say is you can't out work out a bad diet. A
right,
lot of
right,
people think that,
right.
oh, it's okay, I'll just eat this today and I'll go to the gym for 1 extra hour. But that's not how the human body works. You need to have a good balance of both fitness and nutrition. So we definitely believe that nutrition is equally important. But the reason that we do not have a nutrition program is because we feel everyone's needs are very different. You know,
Right.
in terms of, especially in India, where we have people with all different kinds of diets, you know, vegetarian, there's vegan, there's gluten-free, there's non-veg. Everyone's needs are different, but their goals might be similar but also different. So I think that you have to find a nutritionist that works best for you. For example, I don't like prepping meals every 2 hours. Certain nutritionists say that, you know, you should eat for 2 hour every 2 hours, but that's not something that's sustainable for me. So I need a nutritionist who gives me more of a sustainable diet that I can only eat maybe like twice a day, and maybe I want to do intermittent fasting instead. So it really depends on your personal needs as well as your health conditions and goals. Personally, I suffer with thyroid, so my nutritional needs are different. So with nutrition, we feel like there's no one size fits all. That's why we don't have a specific partner, but we definitely have options of different nutritionists that we like suggest you to, and then it's your decision who you vibe with, and you know, who you feel like is a good fit for you, because certain people have different lifestyles. So a certain nutritionist might not suit my lifestyle. So it just depends on your personal preference.
Right. So I wanted to know like why you chose fitness as a major. Like, what was a crack point? Like, this is something that is meant for me. What was your major time?
So I think I've struggled with fitness my whole life. And, you know, not fitness in the sense that how to be fit, more so I was struggling with health conditions, you know, thyroid, PCOS, weight loss in general. And I realized that there's so many women out there who are in my shoes. And somehow I wanted to be able to help because I know how difficult it's been for me. And I still go through it. There's good phases and there's bad phases. There's times where I feel like I'm at my best fittest self. There's times where I feel like, you know, my I took a break, or I've been traveling too much. My fitness levels have sacrificed. I need to like work harder, build more strength, more energy. I think that was something that, number one, that I really wanted to be able to like make a difference for a lot other people, not just women, but people of all ages, men, boys, everyone included. And secondly, I think that in I feel that the fitness market and the industry focuses so much on how we look and how we appear from the outside. But
Right.
fitness is not about how you look, it's about how you feel. And that was my goal. I wanted to switch the conversation from like, oh, you look fit. It's not about it. It's about how you feel and how you are internally. Sometimes people who look unfit actually are the fittest people. So you can't really judge a book by its cover. You can't see a person and decide based on their body whether they're fit or not. And that is something that I really wanted to bring the focus on. So that's why in our studios, we really focus on being fit from the inside out. And that's why we train the biggest muscle, and like the strongest muscle in your body is your heart. And that's
Right.
why we do heart rate based interval training, because it's all about what's on the inside. And
Right.
that's what inspired me to do this.
Perfect. So, like, if I talk about like what is the marketing strategies that you are actually currently taking for your brand, and the majorly talked about thing is influencer marketing. So, are you using it currently?
So, you know, I think for us, as any other brand, all different forms of marketing is something that you know, you try to employ at some point of your business journey. So, but I would say the number one would be word of mouth, because
Right.
I think when you have a good product, you have good service, automatically the word spreads and people realize that, you know, if I see you and you achieve really great results, I'm going to ask you where you've been or what you've done. So I think because our service and our product speaks for itself, and a lot of people have seen those real changes, our brand has really taken off based on word of mouth. So I would say that's number one. And then of course social media is all the rage these days. So everyone is into social media marketing, and I think it's so hard to stay relevant because you can scroll past to the next thing. But still we feel that social media marketing is like a great way, number two, to get out in our society and really build the word. So when you say you said influencer marketing. Of course, as social media, it definitely helps everyone because it gets your brand out to more people. In the fitness industry, though, I think it's a little bit tough because when you work with an influencer, they have a reach that's very wide. And now, as a startup, for example, I have locations right now only in Mumbai and Hyderabad. So when you work with an influencer, there's no opportunity for the influencer to help others get a call to action, because a gym
Right.
is something that you go every day. My dad used to joke that besides the gym, the only other place everyone goes every day is like a temple or a mosque or a church. So, your place of prayer and your place of working out. So it's definitely difficult because the gym needs to be close enough to people for them to actually take the action after they see an influencer. So while we do use influencers, I think most of our influencer marketing is organic. So we don't choose to go out there actively and recruit a lot of influencers, but a lot of influencers who, come, like for example, we have members who joined us, seen results, and because they love it so much, they choose to post about us. And it's very organic because fitness is also something that's organic. You need to do it long lasting to see the results. So if I call an influencer, to post one day, that's not showing their results and progress. So we love for people to actually be using the product and be real users and become members at our brand. So then you can actually see their journey and how they've progressed in terms of gaining strength, gaining endurance, and those changes that they've seen in their energy, things like that. Because it's more than just the workout, it's all these like lifestyle feelings that you see and changes that you see. So we of course do it, and it definitely helps, but it's a little tricky on how you need to do it in the fitness industry because there's no like immediate effect.
Right. So it's a bit of testimonials, you can say.
In a way, that's why we always say that our real members are our influencers. And
Right.
our real members, because they are the ones who
They are.
influence their circles and their societies. So they're also like, the real influencers of society. So we love to feature some real people and show their journeys and how they've felt better.
Right. So as I talked about our program, we have done 100 plus events across India. And the major problem that I faced was around like there was only 5% to 10% women entrepreneurs who actually came for the physical event. So like I know we created one property called Advaita Women Entrepreneur Program where we are actually featuring only the women entrepreneurs. So wanted to know your views on that. Like as women entrepreneurs, what were the challenges that you faced while coming into the business, and like what are the daily day-to-day challenges that you are currently facing?
Well, I think you know it very well since you interact with so many women entrepreneurs on a day-to-day basis. Definitely, I think there are a lot of challenges because a lot of the industries are male dominated, and when you are a woman entrepreneur, you have to be working with different people, partners. So I think for me, some of the challenges I faced was when finding real estate for our locations or finding the
Right.
right partners. It's very hard to be taken seriously sometimes because they think like, is there someone backing you, or do you have your partner? So lucky for me, I do have my fiance who's also my partner in the business. So I find that shockingly, a lot of times people want to speak to him also, and they take him a little more seriously. I think just being young and being a female, sometimes people don't take you so seriously, and that's been my biggest obstacle, where you really need to pave yourself a path. But overall, it's been quite a fascinating experience to see, there's gonna be different type of people. There will be people who are
Really great.
supportive, and there's gonna be people questioning you. So I think these are the things that I've truly seen.
So what will be your one message to somebody who is like a budding women entrepreneur and or like who have established business and currently struggling? What will be your one message for them?
I think that for all the women entrepreneurs, believe in yourself and be confident because there are going to be people that come who may not believe in you. But as long as you have the motivation for yourself and you are following your passion, I'm sure you will succeed. And I would say always celebrate the small wins. In the fitness world, we use terms like non-scale victories, meaning you don't see changes on the weighing scale, but you see so many non-scale changes in your life. So I like to use that analogy because what we say in the fitness world relies to your usual life. That slow progress is better than no progress. So celebrate those small progressions, those small wins, because then you continuously find like the happy moments and the motivation to keep going. And that I think no matter what the obstacle, celebrate the victories that you've had. And that would be my message to most women out there.
It was so great to have you, Drishti, and the positivity that you bring on table. I think Orange Theory will get a good number of success in India. And like currently, you are based in Mumbai and Hyderabad. I think you have across your fitness studios across India. I wish you all the best for the same.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. And thank you so much for having me here today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, like to all our viewers, in case you want to know more about Orange Theory, we you can like connect with us, and we will share the details of Drishti as well, so that you can get in touch with the Orange Theory Fitness India. Thank you, Drishti.
Thank you, Ambika.